Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Dr. Horton Incorporated, ticker DHI just filed an 8K and it hints at some interesting moves in their debt and stock structure. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. While the filing mainly points to an attached press release, we can still glean some significant details about the company's financial health and future plans. Scroll, Dr. Horton, Inc. Exact name of registrant is specified in its charter scroll. Dr. Horton Incorporated is a major player in the home building industry, a sector that is always sensitive to interest rates and the overall economy. They are known for building homes across the United States, catering to a wide range of buyers from first-time homeowners to those looking for move-up properties. The company has a large footprint and significant market share, which means its filings often give us a good pulse on the broader housing market. Scroll date of report, date of earliest event reported, the 21st of April, 2026. Scroll, this filing is dated the 21st of April, 2026 and announces the company's financial results for the second quarter ending the 31st of March, 2026. This is a crucial period to examine performance as it gives us insights into how the housing market is performing in the early part of the year. Scroll securities registered pursuant to Section 12B of the Act. Title of each class, trading symbol, name of each exchange on which registered common stock, par value $0.01. Per DI New York Stock Exchange. Nice Texas. Scroll, the filing confirms that Dr. Horton Incorporated's common stock trades under the ticker DI on the New York Stock Exchange. This is the primary stock we'll be looking at. It also lists their 5.000% senior notes due 2034. Trading as DI34 also on the New York Stock Exchange. This tells us they have significant debt obligations that the market is tracking. The mention of senior notes due 2034 indicates a long-term debt commitment, which is common for large companies to fund operations and growth. Looking at the details embedded within the filing, even though it predominantly references an external press release, we can extract key information related to their debt and equity. Scroll-X, XNY's US, GAAP common stock member, the 21st of April 2026. Scroll, this entry indicates that as of the 21st of April, 2026, Dr. Horton Incorporated's common stock identified as US, GAAP common stock member, was listed and trading on the New York Stock Exchange. This is standard confirmation of their public listing for common shares. Scroll-X, XG US, GAAP. Common stock member, the 21st of April 2026 dies. Scroll. This part is a bit unusual as it mentions XGI, which typically refers to exchanges like the Shanghai Stock Exchange. Given Dr. Horton is a US-based company, I would expect only US exchange listings here. This might be a data artifact or refer to a specific type of listing that is less common for typical investors. For most of us following Dr. Horton Incorporated, the NICE listing is what matters. The fact that common stock is listed here on this date reinforces its active trading status. Scroll-X, XNY's ASK-GAAP. Senior notes member, the 21st of April 2026. Scroll, this confirms the listing of their senior notes on the New York Stock Exchange. The US GAAP senior notes member designation clearly points to their debt instruments. These are the bonds that the company has issued to raise capital. The fact that these are also being reported on suggests an ongoing financial reporting requirement for their debt obligations. The maturity date for some of these notes, such as the 2034 series, is a significant factor for investors to consider regarding the company's long-term financial structure and its ability to manage its debt load over the next decade. The core of this filing, item 2.02, simply states that on the 21st of April 2026, Dr. Horton Incorporated issued a press release announcing its second quarter results and declaring a quarterly dividend. This means the real juice is in that press release, Exhibit 99.1, which is incorporated by reference. While we don't have the full press release text here, the fact that they are announcing results and a dividend is generally a positive sign of continued operational success and confidence in future earnings. The declaration of a quarterly dividend, especially for a company like Dr. Horton Incorporated, is something that many investors look for. It signals that the company is generating enough profit to return some of that value directly to shareholders. For a company in the cyclical home building sector, maintaining or increasing dividends through different economic cycles can be a sign of financial strength and stable cash flow. Now let's consider the external context. Dr. Horton Incorporated is a consumer cyclical company with a substantial market cap. Recent headlines indicate that while profits might have seen a dip in Q2 2026, their orders are climbing, which is a very strong indicator for future revenue. One headline specifically mentions homebuyer caution hitting profits, but orders climbing 11%. This suggests a potential disconnect between immediate profitability and future sales potential. This is a common dynamic in home building where sales are booked in advance of revenue recognition. The mention of Forrestar having $2.2 billion of future lot sales under contract is also a significant piece of external information. Forrestar is a land development company and a subsidiary or closely related entity to Dr. Horton Incorporated. This large backlog of lot sales is a direct precursor to future home sales for Dr. Horton, reinforcing the positive outlook for orders, given the information even without the full press release. We can infer that Dr. Horton Incorporated is likely reporting solid demand for new homes, evidenced by increased orders despite potential short-term pressure on profits. This resilience in orders, coupled with the regular dividend declaration, paints a picture of a company that is navigating the current economic environment effectively. At least from a sales pipeline perspective, the significant institutional ownership with Capital World investors, Vanguard Group, and BlackRock all holding substantial stakes suggests strong confidence from major financial players. My take on this filing is that it serves as a confirmation of Dr. Horton Incorporated's ongoing business activities and financial reporting cadence. The key takeaway, inferred from the reference to the press release and external news, is that the company is likely experiencing robust demand for its homes, which bodes well for future revenue and earnings even if immediate profits face some headwinds. The dividend declaration is a reassuring sign for shareholders. The primary risk I'm watching remains the broader economic conditions and interest rate environment, which can significantly impact housing demand and affordability. What I'm actually looking for is the specific details in the press release regarding revenue, net income, and importantly, the backlog of homes under contract to get a clearer picture of the quarter's performance and the outlook for the rest of the year. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description.